Welcome back, folks. This is Greg Silberman, your outsourced Chief Investment Officer. We take a look at all the articles that we curate. You want to see my shirt? South African rugby. We curate all the articles that we put out there on our pretty big social platform, social media network, and then we rate which ones do well, and we do a bit of a come learn with me session. So this is one that did well last week. And so we're going to read it together. It's fairly short. And not all of the articles we feature are investment orientated. We are very, very keen followers of math psychology and just generally of psychology, thinking that the market is driven a lot more by psychology than it is by fundamentals sometimes, or a lot of the time, fear and greed. Anyway, with that said, let's read through the article, and then down below you can find out more details about me, or at the end I'll tell you a little bit more about how to contact me and what kind of work we can do together. Okay. Accepting the little facts of life, Dolly Stoic emails. In the late 1800s, Theodore Roosevelt was on a hunting trip in Big Hole Basin in Montana. The trip did not get off to a good start. Upon getting off the train and searching for a wagon to transport them, Roosevelt and his party immediately ran into the first of many issues. By the way, guys, you can mock my accent or enjoy me mispronouncing a whole bunch of words in these articles. The wagon they found was overpriced, the harness were rotting and falling apart, and the horses were spoiled and ill-trained. There wasn't much use in complaining. Roosevelt later wrote in his wonderful hunting memoir, The Wilderness Hunter, because on the frontier one soon grows to accept little facts of this kind with bland indifference. Because what's the alternative? Let it ruin the trip. Yell at the horses, fix the harnesses with your anger. In fact, part of the appeal of the outdoor lifestyle is that it is a challenge and that it tests us in these little ways. Camping and hunting, the Stoics would have said, are both great metaphors and great training for the difficulties of life. Bad luck continued on the trip. With mishap after mishap, the wagon got mired in various crossings, the horses were a constant struggle, and the weather was freezing. At one point, it looked like the weather was set to take an even more serious turn. Roosevelt turned to his partner and said casually that he would rather it didn't storm. His partner, even more stoic than Roosevelt, stopped his whistling, looked at him and said, "We're not having our rathers on this trip," then cheerfully resumed whistling. The truth is we don't get our rathers in life either. Don't know what our rathers are. All of us are pulled along by fate, or the logos of the Stoics would call it, as well as by fortune. Sometimes they line up with what we want, sometimes they don't. That's why amor fati is the right attitude. We have to embrace it. We have to accept the little facts of life. Bland indifference is a start, but cheerful whistling is even better. A lot of blank space. Let's see. Amor fati, I guess, is something different to dolce vita, right? The Italian zesta for life. Let's just get a quick snippet of this. Okay. Amor fati, I guess love, but no, it's Latin. Amor fati is a mindset you take for making the best out of anything that happens, treating each and every moment, no matter how challenging, as something to be embraced, not avoided. To not only be okay with it, but love it and be better for it. So that, like oxygen to fire, obstacles and adversities become fuel for your potential. Okay, that's a great disposition. I think it's quite difficult to hold, but that's Stoic philosophy, which I believe is quite a popular philosophy. So there you have it, guys. This article did well last week. I guess it's best to, just be somewhat neutral when good or bad happens to you, because it seems to just happen by fate. Anyway, pretty cool. If you want to know more of what we do, or if you want to see more of what we think and discuss and research on the investment side, take a look down below. There are some links to some great LinkedIn groups, niche-based investment LinkedIn groups. They're very popular. I set them up years ago, and they're just growing like weeds. In fact, cannabis is one of those groups. So take a look at that. And if you need an outsourced chief investment officer, or if you are a private equity firm or private equity owned firm and you need an outsourced chief financial officer, please let me know. Contact me. We can help you with all things corporate, including taxes, tax planning, tax filing, etc. So I hope you enjoyed that. And come join us again. Like and subscribe. Greg Silberman out for now.